So a range test, kind of, sorta, Model S Plaid. We're going on a trip today. But let me explain. So my wife and I are heading down to the Gulf Coast in Alabama. Yes, Alabama does have a small Gulf Coast. We're almost into Florida there. We're staying at the Turquoise Place. If you've ever been there, it's 2 towers that are really tall, really nice, all penthouse suites, beautiful place. We're leaving here north of Charlotte and heading down towards Auburn, Alabama. And that's where we're staying tonight. It's 375 miles. Now, fully charged, it says, it's not in focus, I'll take a picture of it. It says 348 miles with the 21-inch wheels, because you can only pick the 19s or the 21-inch wheels through Tesla. We're gonna monitor this. I've already put it in the computer, and I'll show you that in a second, but I've already put it in the computer and it says we need to stop. But basically 350 miles, can you get 350 miles out of this? Are the 20s better? Can we get those extra 25 miles? Let's see what the computer says. And it wants us to stop at Buford, Georgia. I'm not sure if we're gonna stop there because I don't think that is a V3 supercharger. It says we'll get to Buford, we'll get there with 13%. So that tells me if these 20s are 11% better than the 21s as we're traveling, we can make it there and get there with like 1 or 2%. That's the challenge. You think we'll make it? My wife doesn't. This is our first trip with the Plaid Model S, and it's just my wife and I. We're going away for the weekend, Valentine's Day weekend, but it's also Karen's birthday, so tell her happy birthday in the comments down below. And stay tuned, because this place, the Turquoise Place, is somewhere you might want to check out. According to the pictures, according to pictures, I look really good too sometimes. A lot of people make fun of me, but according to the pictures, this is going to be super, super nice. We have a hot tub on our balcony on the 18th floor, overlooking the Gulf. Enjoy, because I am. So we just left, put in the destination, 348 miles, fully charged. Again, the computer says Buford, Georgia, we're gonna have to stop at. It says we'll get there at 14%, 15. Earlier, now it says 18. We might be able to make it all the way with one not charging.
I'm not gonna get to our destination with 1%.
Why not?
Not doing.
Oh, that's the fun part of owning a Tesla. Who knew that the tire pressure on a semi is 120 PSI? That's crazy. It said it right on the truck there. So I did the math and we definitely have to stop. We've used 102 miles of range to go 85 miles. It's been a lot of stop and go driving. Now we're back in some traffic again. We're in South Carolina already, but we're definitely gonna have to stop. We're gonna have to stop anyway to eat, so I guess we wouldn't have made it. It's just everything's bottlenecked, and then stop and go, stop and go. Oh well, it's still gonna be a fun trip, either way. So we did stop at Fairplay. This car's pretty accurate, I guess, for the 21-inch wheels because these tires are wider and they're probably not as aerodynamic, even though they're lighter. So they're pretty much equal to the 21. So although we were driving a little fast at some points, and then there was a lot of traffic, so a lot of stop and go. So that eats up a lot of power. We're gonna plug in here for a little bit. This thing says 15 minutes. We might charge longer, so maybe we can skip here, but it doesn't matter. We don't mind stopping because you get out of the car, you stretch your legs, you go to the restroom, and it makes the trip not so feel like you're beat up. This is a V3, so let's see what speeds. And this did start preconditioning before we got here. So it used even a little bit more power because we're at 141 miles. So we were getting 238 kilowatts, and we have 40% battery. That's actually pretty good. So for some reason, we have 259 miles right now on the car, and it wanted us to charge for another 20 minutes to go 212 to the hotel, which doesn't make sense. I don't understand why it was doing that. So we I clicked the supercharger that it wanted us to go to, which is only 137 miles away, and now we have 260 miles, and it says we're gonna get there with, I think it said 20%, something like that. So I don't know why I was doing that. Maybe we're going uphill. I don't think we are, but so we're just gonna quickly stop at the last one and make it to the hotel tonight, and instead of sitting here for 20 minutes while it's gonna go slow, because it's 84. No sense waiting around here getting slow charge at a V3 as we'll go to the next one. So we're at the Noonan supercharger. This is the second stop of the trip. I kind of knew we weren't going to make it to the hotel without stopping at least once, and we could have stopped and stayed longer at the last one, but again, it was going slow. So now this is a V3 and we only have to charge for a little bit to get to the next one. But the computer's actually being pretty good. It said we would get here with 21%, and we got here with 22%, and driving a little fast. Everyone seems to drive fast through Atlanta, so we were driving quite fast, about 10 miles over the speed limit. The car looks really good, and this wrap really shows at nighttime more than during the day, but it's gonna change soon. It is efficient. I just knew we wouldn't get the extra 25 miles. In fact, I don't think we would have gotten, even with the 19s and the hubcaps on them, I don't think we would have gotten the 375 miles, even though fully charged, this car says 397. I don't think that's possible. Driving the speeds we were, and stop and go and everything. So very, very comfortable. These things are way more comfortable than the 21s from the factory, because you have 20s here, so you have more sidewall. Because we have 305s, they stick out a little bit, so we have more of a bubble, more of a cushion area here, and they look super sexy. Oh, well, I'm in the way, but I'll show you tomorrow in the sun. But these things look good. We're gonna charge up enough to get to the hotel. We're staying at a Hilton. We'll be on our way. All right, had a great night's sleep. Loading up the car right now. We got about a 3-hour drive to, well, you can't even see me. It's too bright behind me. We have a 3-hour drive to Mobile, Alabama, and then we're gonna charge there. This is the next charger, and then we're off to the condo. So this hotel, this is a Hilton hotel. They have 2 chargers here. It's a Clipper Creek charger for J17, and then we have the Tesla charger here. I set it to 90%, so that way we've got plenty of juice to get to. It's a 3-hour drive, 200 and some miles. Hopefully we don't have to stop, but actually we probably will stop for lunch. It's 9:50. We actually lost an hour due to the time change, so we're a little disoriented a little bit this morning. But other than that, it's been a great day. It's Karen's birthday today, so again, wish her happy birthday. It's the reason for this trip. Inside the car here, looks like we had one Sentry Mode event. Let's see what it was. Could have been just us or someone parking next to us. Why they're not playing? It's probably this car here, because they're not there. Yeah. Oh, he's staring at the car. He's looking at it. What's up, buddy? It's a cool car, huh? Yep. He said, yep. Front of the car. He's gonna come to the left side. Oh, the back. Oh, the front. Back to the front. It's a fan of the car. That's awesome to see people liking the car. Obviously don't want to vandalize it, but it's cool seeing when people come to the car. That's what's so cool about Tesla, being able to have all the cameras and getting people's reaction. Now that person eventually will probably be looking at Tesla for his next car. So am I surprised that we did not get the range that we wanted to, or we should have gotten? Not really, because of the wheels and how fast we were driving. If we'd have drove 10 or 5 miles over the speed limit, possibly we'd have got a little bit better, but we still probably would have had to stop one time. But this is a really nice hotel. This is a Hilton. The softest sheets I've had in a hotel in a while. These are really super soft, way softer than you would think. Yeah, it was a nice stay. nice day. Good, decent breakfast, and we're gonna be on our way. Hilton, if you want to sponsor me, because there's a large trip I have coming up soon that's gonna be across the country, and I will need a lot of stays in hotels, and this would be a great place to stay when we get the Roadster and we go around the country, have meetups in parking lots. Hey, sponsorship idea? So we just left the hotel in Auburn. We're heading towards Mobile, Alabama, which is kind of crazy. It was only 203 miles. We have 300 and, well, we had 312 when we left, and it wants us to stop in between. Now that's because we were driving fast yesterday, and we were with preconditioning, which it's preconditioning already to get to the supercharger, which is, we have 90 miles, which is kind of weird to precondition this early, but maybe that's why we're not going to get the range. But we had close to 400 watt-hour per mile. It was 397 or 394 on the last section. So I forgot to do a trip computer from when we left the house till now. So I just reset one now as we left the hotel, so to see what the watt-hour per mile is. This car is still trying to learn the watt-hour per mile and the range and everything, because we don't have that many miles in the car. We've had this car for what, a month and a half now? 2 months? Something like that. And you know, I just changed it to the 21-inch wheels on the computer. We were at the 19s before, so it's just figuring things out. First major trip with this, and we'll see. So far the computer is accurate, but it wants you to get to the supercharger with 20%. Karen likes that, and she likes the buffer. I like to get there a little lower, so then we get a faster charge and we can just kind of jump from supercharger to supercharger. But I guess we're fine, because in an hour and 15 minutes we'll get lunch, and then we'll be good. Yeah, that's what's great about Teslas. I mean, yes, you have to stop more often, but it's a relaxing trip. You don't feel rushed like, you know, in gas cars. Like, we got to make good time. We're making good time. We got to get going. Teslas.
Well, you have to search for somewhere to get gas.
Yeah, it's planned stops. The car tells you what to do if you just follow it, or if you want to be more aggressive, you can really, you know, get down to the supercharger with really nothing in the battery and charge really fast.
In 1 mile.
This one seems to be quite full, but we don't need to charge much, 10 minutes. So we were driving a little fast, and this thing preconditioned since we left. And don't worry, I'm not going to wrap the car that color. But if we go to the trip computer, we went 91 miles since the hotel, 396 watt-hour per mile with preconditioning the entire time. So that's better than what we got last night. So I think it's figuring out things. If we didn't precondition the whole trip, I think we would have been able to make it all the way to Mobile. But that's fine. There's a Cracker Barrel right over here. We're going to go have lunch while this charges up, because this thing's full, which means we're going to get really slow charging, because this is a V2. Ugh. All right, let's see how slow we're getting. Just like I thought, 72 kilowatts. We're sharing with B1, wherever B1 is at, and we were here last, so we get the slower rate and he gets the better rate. So one of the things is I have 305 tires on the back of yours, which is bigger. They're 305 35 20s, so they're definitely a lot wider than what the factory 21s would have on there. I'm actually editing this right now, and I looked up the tire size, and with these tires they're a ½ inch taller than the factory ones if you got the 21. So that is, I think, affecting the trip computer. It's thinking the 21s, more the rotation on those, but we're actually going farther, so it's messing with the trip computer just a little bit. ½ inch isn't that much. Are we getting better range? Because we're going a little farther than what the trip computer thinks. I don't know. I'm not good at math. On the front, they're 265s, which is still a very big tire. And these are not super aerodynamic like the factory ones. So that is why we're getting, even though these are 20s, that's why we're getting the same rating as the 21s through Tesla. But these are a lot lighter. You're going to have a lot more performance out of these if you're doing 0 to 60 or high-speed runs. And these things look so much better, I think. These are a forged aluminum wheel, which is way stronger than the factory one. So if you do hit something, even though we're going to have a lot more sidewall here, but if we do hit something, we're going to have that much more strength in there where we're not going to bend a rim. I'll have a link down below if you want to order those. I do have a discount code, and also Martian is doing a kind of an off menu kind of thing where you can get wheels and tires and as a package instead of just the wheels. But you can get tires if you want to. Those do come in at 19, so if you do want to keep your factory 19s, you can just buy the rims. You know, it's sometimes a problem, even on these V2 superchargers, that they charge too fast. We're sitting at Cracker Barrel there, haven't even been in there very long. We got more than enough juice to continue, but the charging got interrupted with plenty of juice. So I'm just gonna pull it over. I don't know why it got interrupted, but I'm gonna pull it over to the building and we're gonna finish our lunch. Lunch is good at Cracker Barrel. We're on our way. Looks like we'll get there with 36%. That's what the car says. I parked under a tree while we finished lunch so cabin overheat wouldn't have to work overtime. And let's hit the road.
Don't you come back no more.
These are weird superchargers you can park on either side. This is a V2, so we're not going to get fast speeds, although we are low, we're 100 miles. But we're going to charge this car quite a bit because this is our last supercharger, and there's really no charging at the place we're staying, so we want to have enough juice there. There's some destination chargers, hotels on either side of us we can always go to if we had to, but we've got 50 minutes to 90%. Almost fully charged. We're only getting 36 kilowatts right now, so we're going to unplug and head to the beach. Wait till you see this penthouse suite. It is going to be awesome. This place is going to be great. Just watch. Finally here, we're at Turquoise Place in Orange Beach. Doesn't look great yet, but we'll show you in a little bit. 1804 is the room.
Wow, honey.
Oh my.
I feel guilty to invite the whole clan like this.
Oh Jesus. It's a solid door for sure.
This is actually nice.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
You did good, honey. You did real good.
Wow, it's a little dark in here.
This is gorgeous. I want to buy one. Wow. Wow.
All right. I'm gonna make it a little brighter in here because it's too yellow, and I'm gonna show you what everything looks like in a little montage. a little excessive for us. 3-bedroom with a lot of space, but you can see right over there, that's a hot tub on the balcony. I'm sitting on the balcony, 18 floors up in the air, but just had a relaxing time here. That's why I didn't really film anything with you. It's Karen's birthday and Valentine's Day weekend. But we're heading home today. We're leaving. It's cold but nice today. We're gonna head home and we're gonna do 2 stops, or 1 stop again, at a hotel somewhere. We haven't even decided yet. We're gonna go a different route because we like seeing different things. So I don't wanna go back through Atlanta. We're gonna head towards Florida, which actually we're really close to the Florida line. I'm gonna reset the trip computer so it's from here home.